the water, another part of the water, that of the hydrogen or the rhombus alone, the one which will be going to form even the brainstem as well as the floor of fourth ventricle, which is known as pons. Another name for the pons is fontis. Fontis. Now, so this is what is your pons. In the lateral section or a sagittal section of the brain in suit. So this is the pons. Now pons, when you will be going to see in the view where that what anterior view of the water, that of the pons, when you will be going to look at it will be just having a point like this way. So you will be going to get the views like this. So these are the transverse fibers. This will be what is said to be as the lower border. This one is the upper border of pons. So this is what how the view will be there. So now it is lower border. This is the upper border. Now what you will be seeing, this is the anterior surface or ventral surface. The one which will be there here, it is the water. Dorsal surface. Or posterior surface. So this is what how it will be there. Now the pons, which is called as the fontis, it is a part of a water, that of the, you can say, brainstem, as well as it is a part of the rhombencephalon and it forms the floor of the fourth ventricle of the brain. Now this pons, it is present in front of the cerebellum. Cranially it is related to the membrane. Below it is related to the medulla oblongata, and this pons is present at the dorsal part of body of the sphenoid and as well as very close to the posterior clinoid process of the water body of the sphenoid. Not only in the water, that of the, where you can say, posterior cranial fossa, but also part of it, it will be there very closer to the middle cranial fossa, very the smallest part, that too very close to the upper border of the pons. Now this pons which will be there, it is exhibiting or it is showing almost all two borders. Two borders. One is cranial border or superior border or upper border. Another one is caudal border, lower border, and or the inferior border. Now we have to go to the what that of the, you can say, upper border or the cranial border or the what superior border, the one which will be directing forwards and upwards. This is, it will be further continuing as the midbrain of the brain in total, or the mesencephalon of the what that of the, you can say, encephalon. Now this border at the water that of the on either side, it is convex, while in the water median plane it is a little bit forms the water concavity. So now you have got the lower border. Lower border is also said to be as a water that of the, you can say, caudal border. Now this caudal border is the one which will be directing backwards and downwards, and it is related to upper end of or the cranial end of that of the medulla oblongata. This is from below upward on either side of the what median plane, it is concave, while the central part it is a little bit bulged. So this is the thing that what you will be going to have. Now this lower border further continuing as broadest part of the water that of the medulla oblongata, that is called as the water cranial end of the upper end or superior end of the water medulla oblongata. Now you have got the two surfaces. Now those two surfaces, that what you will be seeing, the one which will be there, this is the what anterior surface, or rather antro superior surface, antro inferior surface, then posterior superior surface, now posterior superior surface of the water pons partially forms the water floor of the fourth ventricle, along with the posterior superior surface of that of the, or you can say, the medulla oblongata, where the one which will be present above the what the tinea of the fourth ventricle when you have dealt that medulla oblongata posterior superior surface. So these two surfaces are there. One is antero-superior and another is antero-inferior surface, and another is the posterior-superior surface. Now we have to go to the water. This surface, which is said to be as a water antero-inferior surface. Now this antero-inferior surface is also called as the anterior surface, but because of its projection, it will be looking, you can say, forwards and more downwards, and so it is called as the antero-inferior surface of the pons. The antero-inferior surface of the pons is completely related to that of the, you can say, the part of that of the, where you can say, the middle cranial fossa, very closer to the what upper border. The rest of the thing, it is completely related to the what dorsal part of the body of the sphenoid, and the what on either side posterior clinoid process, very close to the what that of the, you can say, upper border of the cranial border of the what pons. Then it is related to the what osteal layer of, or rather endosteal layer of dura mater and the meningeal layer of the what that of the dura mater, that is the inner layer, that is the meningeal layer of the what dura mater. Then it is related to the what that of the arachnoid matter. Then it is also covered by the what that of the very close in connection with the what that of the pia mater. Apart from that, the antero-inferior surface is related to the successive space, that is called the extradural space. Then you will be going to get the what this and this, you will be having a dural space. Then you have got another, now that another is now here, it is what is said to be as a subdural space. Then you have got the one more space available here. This is called as the subarachnoid space, and the content of those spaces, like ependyma, definitely that pia mater will be there. Then you have got the what talia choroidae, more than that CSF, and apart from that, you have got the blood vessels, which are the branches of that of the, you can say, vertebral artery, and other than that you have got the circle of Willis branches and the branches of the what that of the basilar artery. So that will be there for this pons inferior surface. Now this inferior surface, for practically it is dividing into what two part, lateral portion and the what median portion. The median portion of the what that is the inferior surface of the pons exhibiting a one groove. Now this groove is called as what basilar groove. Or groove for basilar artery, which is the branch or which is the continuation of the what that of the vertebral arteries. When these vertebral artery joins, the basilar artery will be going to lodge into this. That will be there. Then on either side of this groove for the basilar artery, antero-inferior surface, what you will be going to have this, or rather this surface shows a transverse fibers. Now these are the transverse fibers, and inside to that transverse fibers you have got the bottom other fibers. they are running from up and down or from above down, or rather upper border to the lower border. So those are called as the what? Vertical fibers. So in these you have got a corticofontine and corticonuclear tracts are present. So because of that, these fibers are formed. These are called fontine fibers. Fontine fibers. Fontine fibers. Now you have to go to the water that of this surface. This surface is called as the water dorsal surface, or dorsal surface is also called as the water posterior surface. Now this posterior surface dorsal surface of the posterior surface is also called as posterior superior surface. Now this posterior superior surface or the dorsal surface or the posterior surface of what that forms, which will be almost all, it is looking, you can say, upwards and backwards, and it is related to the anterior surface of the water, that of the, you can say, cerebellum, and this part, posterior superior surface of the pons, will be able to form the part and partial of the floor of the fourth ventricle, part and partial of floor of fourth ventricle of brain, sharing with upper posterior surface of the water, that of the medulla oblongata, and as well as the water lower posterior surface of the water, that of the medulla oblongata, where it will be there very closure, upper and medial portion of the tinea of the fourth ventricle, tinea of the fourth ventricle, when yesterday we have dealt. So that will be the thing. So in that, if you want to see, it will be like this. So you will be going to get. Now this is what the style is. Now these are the what where you can say the facial follicles. Then you have got the what here, the what that again superior fovea on either side. This will be there, the posterior surface of the water, that of the your pons. This part will be the thing. Now the posterior surface of the water, that of the pons, or the dorsal surface of the pons, or rather posterior superior surface of the water, that of the pons, which will be going to form the water part and parcel of the fourth ventricle of the brain, along with the posterior superior surface of the water medulla oblongata, that what we have dealt yesterday. Now there it will be going to have a water little bit unevenness. It is not uniform. That is because of the water facial follicles and the water that of the, where you can say, facial swelling. Now along with that, you have got the superior part of those facial follicles. You have got a one small dip or a one small depression, that is called as a what? Superior fovea. Along with that, there will be the what? A small areas that will be the for the emerging out of the water, that of the you can say some cranial nerve on this side. So this is what the posterior surface. Now you go back to the water, that of the you can say this. This is what is said to be as an anto-inferior surface or anterior surface or ventral surface. They exhibits successively on either side the what of fifth cranial nerve emerging out, then the what of sixth cranial nerve, and the what that of the seventh cranial nerve, and the what that of this eighth cranial nerve, especially vestibular part. The cochlear part, it will be there especially in the water that of the medulla oblongata, that what you have dealt yesterday. What you have dealt yesterday. So this is what you will be going to get into the view for the pons. This is the fourth ventricle of brain. So this is what the pons, what you say. Another name for the pons is the word frontis. Definitely you have to remember the pons will be going to form three important things. Being in the water, the entire in the hindbrain in particular, as well as in particular to form the what brain stem, but in general in the brain, in short. What are those three things? It forms the brain stem. The pons will be going to form the what that of the you can say part of the hindbrain. Second. Third, it forms the what that of the floor of the fourth ventricle along with part of the midbrain and posterior surface of the what that of the medulla oblongata. One has to remember. So with having a little emphasis on what are the you can say cranial nerve arising from pons. So these are the things that what you should be knowing. Yesterday also you have done medulla oblongata. What are all the cranial nerves they are emerging out? 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th and 8th, 5th, facial, 8th, 7th, they are also there but very smaller focusing, but major they are there here in the pons, there in the medulla oblongata, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. So these are the things that what we will be having. So this is what the gross picture of the pons. And little bit go back to the what dorsal surface or the posterior surface of the pons. It is also covered by the what that of the where you can say the pia mater continues further as the what that of the epidymon, and it covers the what that of the you can say telechoroidal and the choroidal fluxus. Then you have got the what that of the arachnoid matter, partially it covers. Then the water that of the meningeal layer of the water that of the dura matter partially covers. So this is what you will be having. Apart from that, this surface of the water that of the pons, that is dorsal or the posterior or the posterior surface, it is related to content of fourth ventricle of, okay, that is CSF, teleochoroid, choroid plexus, ependymum and pyoneum. This is real. So the major thing what you have to remember when you will be explaining either the border or the water that of the surfaces of these, any part of the water that of the brain engine suit or any part of the brain separately, you have to deal the relation along with the either the borders or the water that of the surfaces. So here anterior-inferior surface I have told the relations, posterior superior also I have told the relation, borders it will be continuing as what I have told, lower border where it will be continuing further as, so this lower border continuing as I have told. So this is the thing what you have to remember. Thank you that what you have got the patient's hearing on the talk on pons. Thank you once again. Tomorrow we will go for the what internal of pons with connections and the what blood supply and applied, including embryology. Thank you one and all once again.